have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement.
Jenny?
Huh?
You're not gonna leave, right?
No, why?
Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already.
I don't think I will.
I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be a huge opportunity.
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are, however, still outstanding. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti
Oh my gosh, I
Sigils.
have to watch this video.
Hello. Sorry.
No, you're not, Claire.
What? Excuse my
I meant to say
ignorance,
sorry
Lady
earlier for
Ningguang.
being a dick.
I'm familiar enough with
Oh, no, you're
Prostrate,
fine.
but
I'm chilling.
I've never even heard of those other
I'm
two.
glad you took it
Only
as a joke.
sufficiently large pieces of Plostrite,
I
or
was joking.
specifically Vermilionite,
Okay, because
may
you were
earn
like
themselves
quiet,
a
and I was like,
sunset
oh shit.
This stone
I
is
started
what
to
allows
laugh.
the
downstairs to
Jade
get
Chamber
something to
float.
drink.
Wonder Cores,
Okay,
meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the
Oh,
Jade
this looks.
Chamber.
Oh, fuck me.
Adepti
God damn it.
sigils
Why does it
serve
always
as a
make me
means
the
of
jump master? I
integrating
swear to
the
God.
mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as
Fuck!
indispensable as the mechanical core
Same,
itself.
dude. I'm trying to watch my
Although
goddamn
these
video and it wants to make me the
items
jump
are rare,
master.
I trust that with
Hmm.
your connections
Jump
and
master.
capabilities, procuring them will not
Mr.
be a
Jump
question of
Oh,
if,
the
I'm trying to watch a
master.
damn
but of
video.
when.
Oh, yes,
I
I think
take
so
the
far my
saying,
Shenhe
time
build
is
is better
money,
than the trial
more
version.
seriously than
Which is
most.
nice.
Efficiency is
They have more
Nice.
attack though.
I will pay a generous
Nice
price
cock.
for the materials that you find.
Oh,
Nice.
goodness.
And in addition,
Bro.
the first 3
Nice
people
cock.
to collect all the materials will have the opportunity to ask me a
No.
question.
No, there.
You may ask
Yeah, but
me
nice cock.
anything, and I will give you an honest answer. I trust that this means of compensation will be to everyone's satisfaction.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyuet Harbor's development plan for
I
next
won't
year,
lie, especially
Then
my.
it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless.
I also kind
Gets
of
to it
want C1
first takes the
Shenhe.
market.
I'm not gonna go for it.
What a
It's not worth
coincidence. I
Because
won't
that's all
divulge
got
too
you.
much, but
no. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal!
Why is he so
So you heard
fast?
my announcement, did you?
Oh, it's probably
Literally
because of the
told
shades.
this
What do you
woman to
think?
wait to push in, and she just
Interested?
nonchalantly walks up there, you know,
Yes.
without me. So
Providing
if you
the question
dumbass die
pertains to
because you're a
something I
wraith,
am
you stupid ass
knowledgeable
bitch.
about.
Sorry.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business! Then we'll never be short of Mora and...
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance. The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person. When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary. Remember, this is a race against the clock. A rare opportunity presents itself to you. Do not let somebody else snatch it from your grasp.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, we'd better get going. First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something...
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up. As it happens, we have some information about the materials that I really think might interest you. Come on, let's find somewhere a little more private, and we can get down to brass tacks.
No, I don't need it.
Ah, don't be like that. Hey, come on! Don't go! Why don't you stand there after her? Oh, right, yeah.
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful information! Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out. Huh. They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Here! Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Nowhere left to run. Don't worry, we're not bad guys. Everybody's a winner.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling you, there's something different about her.
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those gambling debts if we just let money walk away from us, huh?
I've already told you, I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that won't be so easy to forget.
Come on, ma'am. You seem like an intelligent lady. I shouldn't have to spell this out to you. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you handing it over and nobody getting hurt.
I won't...
No more excuses! I know you have money. I saw you. Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Leo Lee Pavilion, ordering a table full of food, and only taking a few bites. Then Xinyue Kiosk, then Wanmin Restaurant. Same story each time. You order all the signature dishes, take a few bites, then you're on your way again. How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family? And since you're so rich, what's the loss to you in giving us a little spare change, huh?
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are. Perhaps... yes. Let's call it fate.
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
Oh, you again.
The Millelith? What are the Millelith doing here? Did you do this? You ought to mind your own business, I swear!
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians? You're coming with us.
No, don't be angry, sir. Please, let me explain.
Shenhe.
Shenhe?
My name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is... well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
Oh, I've heard about you two before. Thank you for helping to defuse the situation. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken to get him to surrender.
You can't do that. That's way too violent. This is Liyue Harbor. There are are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
Laws? No, apparently not.
Really? So, how exactly have you...
That would be my stomach growling. I haven't eaten enough.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right! They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other, but only took a small bite of each dish. Then of course you're still hungry. So, anything in particular you're hungry for?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals. Medicinal herbs?
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shenhe there for a big medicinal meal. After all, you can't work on an empty stomach. Psst. Do you think Shenhe might be an Adeptus? It seems like it's her first time. Where does she...
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Chingson, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
She's really eating them!
My hunger has now abated. Though...
So, if Paimon had enough...
Because I'm not sure whether the food of the mortal realm is most delicious, but should I return to the mountains, yearning for the sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste...
Return to the mountains!
Enough about me.
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot, and...
I see. I heard something about the
Yep! Were you interested in the...
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until... However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now...
Wow! You really... But having an Adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier.
Then let's not delay.
Great!
I am not sure whether we simply need to dispose of it.
Vito!
Really?
Look, we... Sunset Vermilion...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So...
Baizhu? What are you doing out...
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing.
Huh? How...
I'm not too sure. Oh. And she also...
No, we've got other stuff.
As far as the...
Okay then, thanks, bye.
You're quite welcome.
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency?
String of strange orders in recently. Everyone's been completely caught off guard. Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if I happen to see you.
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now. I'll deal with...
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Master.
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait. Shu, I need to entertain some guests.
Understood, Master Xingqiu.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today.
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of...
Oh, I see.
As well...
The truth is, we are holding it on behalf of... At the end of the day, it'll...
500 million?!
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this.
But... without
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard—
Who?
Oh, Seagazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper.
Yes, precisely. According to records of drifting clouds, after Seagazer passed, the abode— Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently. They make some oblique references.
That's great! Wouldn't it be a little...
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Seagazer was very open-minded. Even—
Open-minded? I have not—
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's go.
There's something about— Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially—
Okay, we will be. Let's see. Shincho said it should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed it, we can inspect the area more closely.
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there? The Sealy got... What? Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did we suddenly end up here? Oh, so many clouds. It feels like we're high up in the sky.
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the Sunset Vermilionite we're looking for should be in here.
Really? Let Paimon see. Look, it's gone and snuck beneath it. And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees here don't seem complete. Oh.
These are not real clouds. They are the product of an Adepti art used for spatial partitioning. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining the Adepti art.
All right, then let's do it.
I sense the presence of monsters in this place. I don't know where they are hiding, so we'd better be careful. Transfiguration! Transfiguration!
Obey!
The wind knows me. Useless.
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this? My will embodied!
This is order. Gather.
One with nature.
Boring! Man, the core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
Useless.
Whoa! We're gonna fall! Is everyone okay? Look! The Celia's disappeared beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first.
Worthless. Boring.
Gather.
Manifest! Do your master's bidding! Transfiguration!
Rest and rebuild! We're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall. Ah! So high. Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Let's catch up with him. Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
Solidify! I will have order!
Wind Strider!
Disappear! Here! Here! Here!
Stabilize!
My will embodied! Cryo incarnate! Ship! Hip! Obey! Ha!
Gather!
Manifest!
Foreign!
Hold the line!
Obey!
Gather! Order guide you!
Useless! Evil conquering! Worthless! Here! Here!
Look, over there! Could that be the Sunset Vermilionite? Is this it? Is this the Sunset Vermilionite? It's so huge! That's true, but then again,
Plaustrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Plaustrite reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and ascending up into the heavens.
Wow, Shenhe, you seem to know everything.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me and start telling story after story. I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this.
Hold on a sec! Paimon just realized something. If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? Heck, we'll be dragged up into the sky too! But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it? This rock must weigh well over 1,000 pounds, surely!
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure? Be careful!
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a Plaustrite sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure it does not get damaged. My safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something this heavy lands on you, you're gonna get yourself hurt, no matter who you are. You gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy objects. It's just common sense.
Is it now? Well then, thank you. I'll go on ahead with the Plostrite. Let's meet at the building site later.
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Huh. Adepti super strength much? We can't slow down yet. Let's go meet her at the building site.
Worthless!
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's gotta be one of those Adepti, surely.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing, so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations, this item is approved for submission. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhe and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest Plostrite specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing, right?
In truth, it is the finest piece of Plostrite we have received so far. If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest, you are welcome to stay there. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on the building site.
Shenhe, Shenhe! Just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your praises!
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Aren't you happy about it? Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold their head up high and break into a big smug smile.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive, too. Way different than normal people.
But I am not...
Shenhe?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Well, Baiwen said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use, right? Let's go check in and take a rest.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate in silence.
You can't do that. It's dangerous out in the wild on your own. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. easy. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy bed. All right? Seriously, don't punish yourself like this.
Okay. If you insist.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel. Allow me.
Hi there! Checking in, are we? You're just in time. We only have 2 rooms left. Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not just workers either. Visitors, business people, tea sellers, all sorts. So, business is booming for me today. Very few vacancies. You're lucky you got here when you did.
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just at the door on the left. Here are your keys. All right. Hope you enjoy your stay. Please excuse me, I'll leave you to it.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. We'll hang around outside until the other room's ready. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon couldn't help but notice one of the guests walk in with a huge grilled chicken drumstick before. Let's buy one for Shenhe too. She can have it as a midnight snack, or save it for breakfast tomorrow.
All right. I will head to my room for now. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door. See you tomorrow.
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing here? Let's go and say hi.
One trusts you have met Shenhe. So
far, so good. Yeah.
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shenhe to some degree.
Cool. So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe...
Her Adeptus name? Why, pray tell, would Shenhe...
Don't...
On this latter point, you are...
Oh, right. Wait, what? Paimon neither! This is a real surprise!
Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
Well, to start with, her problem-solving methods are... extremely different.
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first met her. In this respect, she has not changed. One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of an ever-vigilant disposition, one entered immediately to inspect the scene. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, She held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster that was the god's remains incarnate.
That sounds so dangerous.
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile, both physically and mentally, and are highly reliant on their parents for survival, but not so her. That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also to the bloodlust and homicidal instinct with which she was born. One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only after she was satisfied that one had no intention to cause her harm did she finally
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day?
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate continued, one suspects that Shen-He may have still emerged.
That's still so dangerous, though. Why was it—
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind. And she had experienced her fair share of this, even at a tender age. Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive. Perhaps the red ropes are— It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shen-He's path—
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shen-He because you were worried about her, didn't you?
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. The truth is that while Liyue Harbor may seem peaceful today, Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract. If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her achievement. Let us conclude our conversation here for today.
So, Shen-He isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adepti.
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd.
Hey! So, Shen-He—
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take—
Oh? How did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you, so I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me. After all, Master is very talkative.
Sorry, Shen-He. Paimon had you down as an Adeptus this whole time.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner, because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit. Still, though you mistook me for an Adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. Instead, you treated me as you would a friend. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real Adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're an Adeptus or a human isn't the important thing. First and foremost, we're just plain old friends.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like the title Friend very much indeed.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, but before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper. After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. If it turns out some of them have given up already, we'll be able to take things a little more slowly. Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhua. Try it! They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Look! Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky! But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Bywin! And hey, Beidou! And hey, person Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains balanced. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to rise to its target altitude.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch.
Beidou, you're joining the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of Sunset Vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who managed to get a hold of it.
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine. And this is... sorry, not sure we've met.
Shenhua. I am their... friend.
Good to meet you. A friend of a friend is my friend too. Or, as I like to say, a mate of a crewmate is part of the crew. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well indeed. To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my...
Wow!
Excuse me for...
No, I don't have...
In that case, Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants, instead of competing
Sounds great, but how does that change things exactly?
The plastrite was the most difficult. How'd I do?
Precisely.
Huh.
Okay then. All right. From what I've heard, the core is...
We will head into town and see...
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress first brings all of us a step closer to victory. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's go! By the way, what question are you...
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent judgment, so I would like to hear her opinion.
Ooh, what's the opera?
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote... It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
So, are you here for something off the shelf, or do you need something forged?
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of some...
Of course I have. Sorry, who's asking?
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry for my...
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time. I don't suppose you've brought any yourselves?
No, we were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we need.
Sure. If I remember correctly, it could take some work, but if you stick with... I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount... Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking...
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepti, in fact. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration.
Try something new at the Wanming restaurant.
I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks, and the gently flowing stream. No wonder the legend of the Divine Damsel of Devastation is said to have taken place here.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. Huh. Seems like you have a real connection with this place. What's the story about, though?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool! A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite!
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying the wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me."
What a nasty piece of work! Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place!
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over...
No! Don't do it, little girl!
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. And trepidation. When she finally arrived, her abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became... And so, destined to grace the mortal realm.
I really like this story, but I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera man. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was...
I think it's a great story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get her!
I follow the wind.
This should be enough Star Splinter iron. Now we just need to find that Subrosium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Huh. He didn't...
Hello, sir. We were...
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Shenhua, Yunjin.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shenhe. I'm sorry, I don't know how to... This place is deserted.
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go... Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intent.
Okay, then let's see what we can...
What's this? So, now that I think about it, so that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I... According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of... And she didn't volunteer. She was... Oh... The truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Oh... It looks... So it seems that Shenhe's father thought he was summoning a benevolent deity using a magic incantation. His obsessive yearning for his deceased wife led to a terrible tragedy. Still, I do...
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there.
Wind Strider.
Quake!
Into the wind.
fateful offering.
So basically, we need to go to the middle. Let's go back and tell Shen.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story. I was a very close friend. I bring flowers back here.
Apologize for what? There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love.
Do you still...
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity. So if you ask me how I feel about the past...
It must have been so tough.
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, I'll tell you more about the old times next...
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look! This tells us...
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk just now, in the village.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my...
It's okay.
But,
my master once said that so, I hope that one... But I've never thought this way before.
Don't worry. In fact, I think maybe you've already...
Shenhe! Yunjin! Cut the chit! We can't let someone else...
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract, as an Adeptus, I should not get involved for now. But these things can be unpredictable. I have a contingency plan of my own. Only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend this place myself.
curious if Beto's made any progress.
Time to go.
Oh, goodness.
So...
This is some top quality ore you found. Guess now it's my...
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti.
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about me. When we first met, I told you. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti Sigil. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to read. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a...
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe I'll learn.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else... Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. The Wonder Cores and Adepti Sigils look... I hereby announce...
What? It's over already? So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the...
Huh? Where's Beto?
Captain Beto has some business to attend to.
Alright then, guess we'll head on. This has been a long time coming. The last time we went up to the Jade Chamber was...
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now... Thank you all for your work.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something...
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your...
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you... The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and...
Thank...
You're quite welcome.
Oh, a traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be...
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your brother's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your...
You're a mind reader, Ningguang.
Managing a successful business is not a simple... If you want to know how to make money...
Wow. Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and so I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may...
Oh, great! So next time we run out of... No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
Me?
Yes, this is...
Thank you. But...
Are you sure? This is a...
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second.
Lady Ningguang.
Now that is an... Liyue Harbor is very... So, the key...
Huh.
Yes. Perhaps someone you've met, or some... In short.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou! It's...
Me? Ningguang. It's not gonna be easy to deal with.
Don't worry. I have made
Glad to hear it. Watch your back. Stay alert.
Beidou? Ningguang?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe... When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform. At that time,